Hey watch lovers, Brad from Brent Miller Jewelers, and today I pulled two Grand Seikos out of our case that I thought I'd just do a quick side-by-side, go over some dimensions, and really just ask you from a design language perspective, which do you prefer? On my left here is the SBGA467 from the Heritage Collection, and on my right is the SBGE283 GMT Titanium from the Evolution 9 series. So really, again, just kind of wanted to take a look at two, black dials, but still executed differently, even though they're both the spring drive movement with power reserve indicators. Obviously, a little bit more functionality here with your additional GMT hand, as well as your fixed stainless steel bezel. But again, from a design language, really just wanted to see if anyone, if we have a strong preference or if there's a consensus on how people or folks love or like their Grand Seiko models. So the SBGA47, roughly a 40 millimeter case. I measured it 39.9 across. I also measured it 37.7 from just the polished bezel. And the crystal I measured at 32.6. And both crystals were almost identical. So when you look at these side by side, I do think the 283 looks larger because of the fixed bezel. But both crystals nearly identical, 32.6 versus 32.9. Looking at this, we have a 12.3 millimeter thick case. We have 20 millimeter lug width, tapering down to 18 at the deployant buckle. We have a solid stainless steel case back. We have a 9R65 spring drive movement, 72 hours of power reserve. And I forgot to mention the lug to lug. The lug to lug on this was 46.3. And with those male end links sticking out a little bit, although they are further down, 48.8, so still well under 50 on this model. We have a signed screw-down crown, 100 meters of water resistance. I measured this one, again, stainless steel on the full bracelet at 154.8 grams. Retail price on this one is $4,800. So again, a really nice ink black dial that allows for those Dauphine hands to really come through, as well as just the light play on the hour markers is fantastic. All brushed bracelet. So we'll compare that to this SBGE283 again. I said from the Evolution 9. This one was a little bit difficult to take measurement. Not difficult, just a little bit more. I took more measurements on this because of the case shape, the crown protector. So I came up here roughly to the 2 o'clock across to the 8 and measured that diagonally across at 42 millimeters. So I measured that at 42 millimeters. However, I also measured the brushed bezel, just the bezel itself directly across the 3 to 9 at an dead even 40 millimeters. And then again, I mentioned the crystal, 32.9 on just the crystal. So just slightly ever so larger than the other model here. Again, I'll put them side by side. So essentially the same crystal sizes. This one I did measure a little bit thicker, 14.1 millimeters thick, 47.6, so a little larger, lug tip to lug tip, and with those male end links, 51.6. You see they do stick out, so a little bit longer with the end links there. 22 millimeter lug width, tapering down to 20 at the deployant clasp. Again, this is titanium, so very light. We do have an exhibition case back. The GMT spring drive is the 9R66. 72-hour power reserve. Again, screw down crown, signed screw down crown, and I love how it lines up perfectly right there. 100 meters of water resistance and 121.3 grams on the titanium bracelet. So roughly 30 grams, a little over 30 grams lighter than the smaller stainless steel case. And this one retails at $8,400, so there is a significant price difference between the two, and rightfully so, given the extra complication, the titanium. So again, I'll put them side by side. Both lovely black dials. And then looking at the indices here, you have some wider indices with lume. I will hit the lights here in a second. So Really just wanted to ask you guys from a design language, do you prefer the Dauphine style, real sharp looking hands? Or are you okay with, I still call these Dauphine, but obviously not the same, more of a sport model here, larger markers, some lume, GMT complication, titanium, you know, just a slightly different design language. So really just wanted to see what your preference was. Let me throw these on my wrist real quick. Again, I have a 6 3/4 inch wrist. I quite like both of these. I really do. I think my happy medium, I would love to see, and maybe they have done it in the past. I don't think there's anything in their current catalog, but I would love to see a model like this, just your simple, I say simple, but your three-hander in titanium as well. I enjoy, this watch is maybe a little thicker, a little larger than I would normally want to wear on my 6 3/4 inch wrist, but the titanium makes it very wearable and really light. Again, I'll hit the lights real quick for you. So great lume on this model. I do like the GMT has a different color there. You can see it looks blue compared to the green. So again, really just a great looking watch, and no lume obviously on our Heritage collection here, but low light. Again, I'm in a room with just some light from computers here shining. You can still see those indices because of the light play on the Grand Seiko Zaratsu polishing. So as always, thanks for viewing. If there's anything I can do for you, shoot me an email, brad@brentlmiller.com, and we'll see you in the next video.